Bastard. I'll get you. Right, I have a question for you. When you look at me, what do you see? You see a big man, a strong man, someone you look up to, someone in control. You'd be wrong. I control fucking nothing. In my house, my wife is the boss. It goes wife, son, nanny, neighbor's pet, teacher, and I'm down here at the bottom. It's fucked up. Now my wife's a 4th degree black belt in karate. Yeah, I'm not saying she beats me or anything like that. Help me. But I've got no fucking choice, so I've had to start BJJ.
Ooh.
That's not blowjobs, madam. It's Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Blowjobs I stopped a couple weeks ago. But I'll explain. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is me getting hot and sweaty and rolling around with men. Ooh, yes. My wife of 7 years says it's the most alive she's ever seen me. Who would have thought that's her kind of fetish? But there's something to be said when a man wraps his legs around you and he gets all tight and squeezes you and you get all red in the face and you get short of breath and then you can't really breathe and then you try to stick one finger in and then you stick a second finger in and then you get your hand with your fist and you squeeze that fist all the way through up there. I'm talking about jiu-jitsu, guys. This is not sex. Wow, you guys are terrible. Anyone have those friends that they think that their pets are kids? It's bullshit. It's not the same thing, because you buy pets, you go to the store, you buy your goldfish. Now, you can buy children, but that's kind of illegal. But that's not the same thing. It's not the same as childbirth and parenting. Because, like, what happens when your goldfish dies? You flush it down the toilet. And when your gerbil dies, you bury it in the garden. Your rabbit dies, you make stew. Your dog dies, you make Chinese food. But I have a son, and I'm very proud to have a son. I love my son. Thank you. I love my son so much that once somebody told me that my biggest weakness is that I love my son too much. Yeah, but enough about my dad. That guy. But no, having a child, my wife wants to have another child, okay? But having another child means that we have to do fertility tests. And I have to do the tests, not my wife, which is strange. But I tried to tell her it's really, really embarrassing. It means you have to put on this backless gown. And then you go to see a doctor for an ultrasound, and he uses this gel. And I was explaining to my wife, you're just exposed, you're just lying there, and everything is out. And she just looked at me, and she said, oh, they use gel? Did they put your legs in the stirrups? Did they use the metal tongs? She looked exactly where you're looking now. She said, grow the fuck up, you just had a pap smear. The men don't know what women have to go through. Trust me, it's not fun. But I went there, I went to a doctor, and the doctor went straight into the balls. Well, the right one anyway, and he looked at it, and he said, bah, 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 look at that. This one is wonderful. This one is big and heavy like an anchor. This one is a descendant from Cyrus the Great. This one will give you many, many children. MashaAllah, I like it very much. Okay, let me look at the other one. Where is it? Oh, there it is. This one is very disappointing. This one will not give you children. This one will give you pets. I don't know if you can tell, but I was bullied a lot as a child. Thank you for laughing at that. The bullies in school also laughed. But I grew up in England, you know, and I'm obviously British. And they used to call me Ahmed the Arab. And I say, no, I'm not, I'm English, but I'm from Persia. So they would say, fuck off back to India, you packy. Yeah, the bullies were really mean. They used to make fun of me when I was 12 years old, and they used to say I was gay because I didn't have a girlfriend. Yeah. The worst part was that the police were my dad and his friends. My dad would say, "What is wrong with you, Baba? You go to school with 50% girls and you have no girlfriend. I went to school in Iran, 100% boys, and I have many girlfriends. Okay, some of them are my cousins, and some goats, but what are you doing? You are not doing enough." Yeah, it was very bad. It's terrible. But after 30 years of a lot of therapy, a lot of pain, my father and I, we don't talk much, obviously. But he called me the other day. Yes, he did, he called me. He said, "Did you see what happened?" I said, "No, what happened?" He said, "Your ex got the promotion." I said, "What are you talking about?" He said, "This is the fucking problem with you. You married a personal trainer, and after 7 years, you're still fat." Thank you, Dad. But if you had been smart, and you had stayed homosexual, and played your cards right, you could have now got a promotion also. You could now be the Queen of England. Means I would have married Prince Charles and he's King Charles, but thanks a lot, that just went over their heads. Wow! That just fucking went over everyone's head. Completely. No, I did the jiu-jitsu, I did the pets, I did the dogs, I did the bullying. The Queen of England didn't fucking work. Okay, so I've got a little more time, so I'm going to talk about circumcision and dicks. Now, before I got married, I told my wife that there's one rule that's non-negotiable. And that means I asked her very nicely. And that rule was that if we have a child and it's a boy, he must be circumcised. It's non-negotiable. Does anyone know what circumcision is? Right, the crowd is silent. Maybe because you don't think I'm funny or because you're confused. I suggest you watch more porn. But in the absence of porn, I will explain what circumcision is. I will educate you. Circumcision is when a child is born and it's a boy, they chop off a bit of his penis. In my case, a little bit too much. But I was very, very stern with my wife. I told her it's not about religion and it's not about science and it's not even about the aesthetics of it, because I think that the mushroom cut looks very cool and it's very aerodynamic. She didn't believe or she didn't accept that one. No, I told her, what about hygiene? Because hygiene is very important. I told her, what do you do when you have to clean the willy? Because I have no idea what you're supposed to do with that contraction. It's like a convertible, like a shotgun action. So I said, well, my son does ask, and he does ask, how do I clean my willy? I'll send them to you, and you can explain to him how you clean willies better than Dad. And on that note, that's my time, guys. Thank you.